Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. We'll be here, Captain.
Alright, I'm taking... I need to get her some armor too. I'm taking my Pravati, and I'm taking these two with me because
Or will we?
yeah.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures register to find out which crew the Scholar, shipped in and out with.
Alright, how am I supposed to get up there? Because I don't remember.
CNP Force Pocket. Can be macro Force Pocket.
Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in. You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor. No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine says the factory needs some repairs before it's back to working order, but at least it's under our control. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they? I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know? I've got a lot on my mind, but it's nothing that concerns you. At least, not yet. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in
Come on,
work.
I'm gonna have to suspend
You're gonna
that.
salvage me a space station.
Oh,
Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all.
so
Interested?
I'll take that.
Oh, sure. That sounds like a real easy job.
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain.
I'll definitely take it.
Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that.
Man, this game gonna be longer than I think. Hell, I don't think I'm gonna have this game beaten tonight. Understood.
I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
Alright, now, we got this, see what this, let's do this next, so this is a space station, we'll do that later. It's affection quest. Let's deal with this guy here. Man, jumping on is too risky.
CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete record. Bell plates and purple
Wow. There we
There
go.
it is. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
Well, we'll go to Monarch.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Monarch it is. Let's get out of this place.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Screw the crew members. Look at the space station right there. We're gonna go back to Monarch first and deal with this quest.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Come to Fallbrook.
You'd think folks were pissing in the alleyways as bad.
Oh wow, they're talking smack about my character. Let me stop real quick. Do with this right here.
This is Reginald's stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home. Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
So what we need to do, dude, find Reginald Cheney.
You seen Arthur today?
Nah, last time I saw him was, stars. I can't remember. Days.
You don't think he got...
Oh, I know where that's at.
It was his team running that drop. Sure puts things into perspective.
Oh, hey, Vicar Max. What are you doing on Monarch? I thought scienticians ain't welcome here.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what? My goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper. This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts of pain on this guy. Oh, he knew, didn't you? Didn't you?
Okay, I admit it. I was tired of your high and mighty speechifying all the time. It was just a joke, I swear. I didn't mean nothing by it.
See, Captain? I've dealt with this swine before. I know how he thinks. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. I was about to beat you. Severely.
Wait! I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that? Of course not. But by law, it will make me feel a whole lot better. Okay. Talk, Reggie.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there. It's true. My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting some of the supplies to the gal. The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French, but banned as well.
Fine. We've got more important things to do anyway.
Alrighty, so I guess we gotta go to the village. Did y'all just
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
Alright. Let's head over to Scylla. Just wanna get this dude's quest out of the way.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Yeah, Scylla, yeah. Oh man. What is this over here? Let's stop here. What they sell here? Oopsie. They got light armor here.
Nicely done.
Back here. So we're in this. Okay, here we go. This must be the person we need to talk to, and it's a chick.
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the insights in that book would take you years of study to fully comprehend.
I've spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients, some of which can be fatal. It is not for the faint of heart or the unprepared. Either hallucinations followed by unconsciousness and a headache, or raving insanity, which can be fun in its own way. A crass way to put it, but yes. Chemicals that can expand or destroy the participant's consciousness.
Just too much.
And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max. This process would be extremely tenuous for one such as yourself.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
I don't know, Captain. Is this safe? I don't think this is safe.
Very well. Not like I'm going anywhere. Head on into the meditation room when you decide you're ready, and partake of the sacramental incense. It'll be waiting on the table for you.
I have dreamed of this moment for years. Soon, the answers will be in my hands.
Hey, Max, let's go. This will be interesting to see.
Poor Maximilian. Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
Y'all see these stars I'm seeing? Gosh, they're pretty. Like shimmers in the sea.
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, We're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out, always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place, never looking inside himself.
I hope you'll pardon my interruption, but I think it's because he's unhappy with himself.
And platitudes from a figment of my imagination, no less.
Who said I wasn't a figment of your mind? But you know the truth. You don't need someone else to tell you. You've always known it. Everyone knows it. They just won't see it. We're overwhelmed with stories from our earliest days. The stories others tell us, and the stories we tell ourselves. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
Stories are real. If they mean something, if they inspire you to kindness or action, but maybe Max's story about himself is all wrong, and that's why he's so unhappy.
You're right. I don't need this. I just want the answers I seek, not your games. The plan is everything.
Let's get aggravated.
Following it is what made you and Father happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you. If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything. Goodbye, Maximilian.
This whole thing, it's just a farce, right? Just my own brain working against me?
You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max.
What? Who? Why do you look like me? Are you me?
Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me?
I don't. I mean, that's not how it is at all. I don't know. Is it wrong to try to be a gooder, better person than I am?
But that's not what you're doing, is it? You're desperately trying to find a story to organize reality in your head. A story to control everything. A new story of the happy you. The contented you. Me.
That's not... It can't be right. I've only been searching for the answer to the equation because it will set us free, won't it?
How? By removing the need to make any decision. To have your life completely controlled. The illusion of certainty. Your obsession allowed you to avoid the real question. Who are you?
I'm Max. Me! I'm real. You can't convince me otherwise. Please don't convince me I'm not.
It's okay, Mr. Vicker. We're here watching over you. You just ride this out, right?
The concept of Max is what's not real.
By the architect. Architect? How could I have believed in an architect? That's ridiculous.
I must be losing my mind completely. What you're saying almost makes sense. We exist inside our thoughts, thinking we're in control. That's it, isn't it? We have no control over anything. It's all lies. How could I not have seen this? But how do we escape ourselves?
This is getting really annoying.
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before.
Wow. Alright. Yeah.
Ruined? You seem to be having quite the time. Though I must admit I was a bit concerned when you stripped naked and tried to eat your clothes. I was joking. You passed out fairly early in the process. Well before I realized what an ignorant fool I've been. Everything is perfect. In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. I understand so much more now. I see it all. All there is to be experienced, to be lived. Of course there is pain and loss,
Ready to go kill some
but the
stuff.
suffering is caused by trying to control reality. Clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are. I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for, even though I was looking for the wrong thing. Can we talk?
Let's get out of here. You, I'm going to put a bullet in your head. Let me just try to beat this rest of this game because I'm gonna, you know. All right, I'm gonna go to the station real quick, and the Ice Palace. After the ice, I mean,
Oh. Security patrol initiated.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
dude, Vicky just got on my ship and started arguing with Felix. Come on, man. Give me a break.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal.
I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
I'm gonna carry this Sam with me. The robot. I should have had him, with me. I heard he's funny, so,
It's quiet as the grave in here. We should get the power generator going again. Might cheer up the place. Let's give these little fellas a wide berth, Captain.
I run into these mines, man.
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation. A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already. Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws. That should have been fixed by now. As you say, we'll just head out then. Safe travel, soldier.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
My dad used to say words have power. You proved them true.
Oh, yeah, they just bought into that.
Proximity analysis. External field sterilization measures employed. Caution. Contact with electrical currents can be lethal to customers.
Disengage the security. Shouldn't be a problem.
They've been left here all alone.
Nice.
Job done. We can go home to the ship, right? I've been missing Ada fierce. Hold on, Tick. Don't we know Chartrand from Cascadia?
We're done with that.
I am a dirty, autonomous digital astrogate.
Head back to the ground baker and report this job, and then I'm going to do the final mission. I have to beat this game tonight.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Wow, 85 armor, grab that. I'm wearing that.
Rizzo's knock you out, boss.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station? I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know. Maybe the worst. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain? Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it. Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions? You took that better than I thought. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull. She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team. It's cute that you'd think that about me. I just want to add Savior of Humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage. Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive.
Yeah, I actually agree with
Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Alright, we'll just do it.
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it.
I'm gonna do it, too.
You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
I would like to know how you got the key card.
I see. If you need directions to Byzantium, it's the big fancy one. Can't miss it. Be seeing you.
I'm gonna do this, and then this is the last one I'm gonna do for her.
DNP Borston baked beans. When you need to eat lunch.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Yeah. I don't care. Where do we gotta go to the what's the name of that? Off the it's not Terra 2, it's not Monarch. I don't even remember. Can't be Terra 2, is it? Yeah. Fancy Park.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
We gotta talk.
Jeez, what do you have to talk about?
Since we're in Byzantium, there's something I've been meaning to do.
Okay, get to the point, please.
I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick. Whoa, let's calm down. I'm not asking for a favor or anything. I'm just suggesting we stop by when we're in the neighborhood. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise.
Ah, boy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I was thinking you'd come too? Great. And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some blood stains, wear that one. You're the boss. Anything else?
To return in 1. Peace, Captain.
Dust accumulation analysis. 2.5 years.
Anti-Creo's facial
something to
mask
see if Earth
increase
assault cruiser
leaves you feeling fresh and tingling. Do not operate heavy machinery for 2 hours after application.
See what they sell on here.
Spacer's Choice Zero G Brew. An ale that's good for what ails you.
I tell you. I'll sue every technician and employee.
Sam, have you been washing my clothes?
Affirmative.
Now I look like a banker or a dentist.
Teeth cleaning request processed. Plaque removal with a product trial of Pep You Up floss scheduled.
This reminds me of... Oh, never mind.
I can take a hint.
Okay, so she works for the board. That's all I need to know. I don't care about the board. And now we're gonna go and get access to here.
That's top of the line equipment. Better than...
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside? You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking.
If anyone ever tries to off me, I hope they do it with the same professional courtesy.
Hagen? I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen. To keep me quiet. But if you didn't know that, I'm guessing they didn't send you. I always assumed they would put a bullet in my head one of these days. I don't know anyone named Hagen. My what conspiracy? Let's talk about this. Please, I think there's been a crucial misunderstanding. If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying to keep Halcyon alive.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving.
The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough. I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back. Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
Knowing what the board considers a success, that doesn't give me a lot of hope.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying. One of the 2 Earth Directorate assault cruisers, assigned to patrol the Halcyon system. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
Imagine losing something with that many guns on it.
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace.
The board's authority is vulnerable.
I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy. You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
I try not to, least when it comes to the moral dilemmas. Lilia Hagen's a useful ally to have, but I'll back you up either way.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony. Consider that.
A lethal cleaning solution is the best cleaning solution. Don't just smear germs around, kill them so they can't come back.
The fate of my research is in the hands of a sanitation unit? I see. How unexpected. The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander? If working with Wells is the only way I can save the colony, then I will damn well do it. I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive. That'll do, sucker. Now move along. The doc has a lot of work ahead of her. Tidying up and such.
I hope Dr. Wells has the resources to handle this project.
Killer. Take your word for it. Yep, I chose to spare her life. And while we're doing that, let's deal with this real quick. Do this girl's quest.
There's my parents' place. Smell.
Marilyn, is that you?
Lars, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble. I don't know what to say. He's usually not like this. Come on, you're supposed to help me make an impression. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right? Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
I mean, we had other business in Byzantium, so it's not like we went out of our way. But you can't just kick us out. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. It's the floors. You had the floors redone with real Terran marble? Since when can you afford that?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what?
Of course. And we shall always harbor that joyful secret deep within our hearts.
And you'll report it to the insurance company, right?
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Yeah.
That's the other problem.
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? The neighbors would talk, and not in a good way.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
You know what? I'm gonna be a douche. I ain't leaving quietly.
Well, we're trying to avoid further embarrassment.
I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbors saw you two stomping about.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Nah, we ain't
Don't
disappearing.
cause a scene.
I don't even care now.
Let's just get out of here, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
I am. So what we're gonna do?
Let's talk outside.
All right, we're gonna go outside. Who's this person here? This is gonna be exciting here.
Can we talk?
Sure.
We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But not like I wanted. I had it all planned out. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug?
How about it's payback time and we'll collect more pictures?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red, and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob. I'm not hurt. I'm outraged. Affronted, even.
Yeah,
I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that.
Right.
It's embarrassing, you know? And I've got a reputation to maintain.
So therefore, we need to do something here.
I hope you don't think I'm talking about this because I want to be introspective. But I want to talk about me now.
Okay, so what do you want to know about you?
Unless you mean the kind who look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exactly crawling with those. Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it.
Thank you.
Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money? I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
Let's do it. Haha. Let's do this. This will be interesting.
Hey Sam, tell a dirty joke.
Command not recognized.
Fine, tell any joke.
Please repeat the instruction.
Get screwed, Sam.
Request is invalid.
I only wish they would.
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
So we're gonna go to Fallbrook. Well, let's do it. This is gonna be fun.
Auntie Cleo's ketchup. Organic, vegan, handmade, gluten-free.
I know where my ship was.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability.
Okay, how do you get to the ship? Oh. This is gonna be fun. Haha.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Yeah, nobody cares. Had the Monarch. Let me see something real quick.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain. Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
Let's continue.
said you docked 3 days ago?
Let me make sure that, she said people skills, so I want to make sure I have that, go to my, so I got 20 points. Let's find the, dialogue. Also, let me see something real quick. Go to my inventory. Should have some armor. Let me see. This armor here is what? Level 25. So I got something here that gives me an additional skill bonus. Science 3. Okay, now.
This looks like the place.
Note that all of your fragments must be recovered and must be smaller than a standard bit cartridge for the payouts to kick in. I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one. You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork. Of course she is. The paperwork says so.
I like to think she's dead in spirit, but technically, legally, and regretfully, I'm still Marilyn Fenhill.
That's impossible. By all accounts, she was an elegant and classy woman with impossibly fine bone structure. That couldn't possibly be you.
That's gotta be the nicest thing anyone's said to me in a long while.
Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd, theoretically, add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud. Please, my policy only covers paper cuts and wrist strain. Very well, I'll do it. But then you've got to go. Confrontations like this will raise my premiums. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
Alrighty.
We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium.
Yeah, yeah, I caught on to that. Yeah, I see how this works.
Legally speaking, corporations are not allowed to operate on Monarch, but financially speaking, there are certain costs to running a business from within Byzantium's walls.
Yeah, sure.
So while our official address is in the city, and while our office here is technically an extension of that address, we found it more expedient to conduct our key operations here.
Yes.
So we can... what's the phrase? Pass savings to the consumer, of course.
Sure. Yeah.
We prefer to think of it as chasing the savings. Turns out that not having to pay kickbacks, fines, and rent in the most expensive city in Halcyon improves our liquidity. Plus, Sublight keeps this place running remarkably well, and they sure drive business our direction.
I need a word.
Dude, come in. Let's talk.
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it. Hey, you did the real work. All I had to do was not be dead. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs. Maybe as line holders or warm bodies? Come on, I thought we were celebrating. You want me to think about the future? You talk like someone who likes lists. Maybe you haven't noticed, but you can't even count on a bribe making it into the right pocket. What's the point of planning for anything around here? Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee. Don't make it weird. Even you've got to be in it for the money now and then. Why else would you go through all this trouble?
I just wanted to see the outcome of this.
Uh-huh. Well, you keep the money anyhow. One of us has to look out for your interests. Don't mention it. Really. This feels weird enough as it is.
Alright, we're done with this quest, finally.
Crew report. Nyoka is drunk. Surprise.
Now I gotta go to Groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Done with Ellie's mission, so get back, get Parvati back. And let's rock. Everybody got on. Look at everybody got on armor. Full crew. Let's continue.
Rizzo's Dribbleberry Punch. You want a punch? You got your punch right here. CNP Borsworth. It's not the worst.
Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here? You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office. We're done.
You think maybe she's got an itchy trigger finger? I don't want to find out.
I'll find out. Let me save my game. I'll find out real quick.
Mean and ready to kill germs.
What was that?
Here they come!
Don't mess with me!
Dude, you should have just like you should have just like come on, man. Anybody else wanna you know, yeah.
CNP, I can't believe it's not good. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I kind of feel
Crew
bad.
members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
I kind of feel bad for doing that though. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna reload the game. Let's go back over to the I kind of feel bad about that. I'm just gonna reload and then come back to the ship. I'll wait till y'all got something that I need.
I said get out.
Don't worry, we'll be back for you.
CNP Bortsworth. It's not the worst unless
You know, it kind of sucks how you play video games and treat it like it's, you know, I don't know. I don't think I could be, I don't know. Anyway.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Dude, I don't care for those crew members causing disturbances. See something, okay, go to my journal. Alright, time to do this. I'm not doing a side quest. I'm going to do this quest here. A Brave New World. But before I do that, yeah, let's just go. We are not going to Tartarus. That's where we're going. 1 minute. Be right back.